Morning, Reborn community. Hope you're all doing well. Wanted to come on here real quick this morning and talk about purpose. What is your purpose here as a man? What are you put on earth to do? Are you just here to eat ice cream, to eat pizza, to watch your favorite Netflix shows, to scroll through social media, to watch porn? Is that your purpose? Is that why you're here? Now, some men would say yes. Hopefully, that's not you. Today, I'm going to go into purpose, what it should be. Now, everyone knows the big three: wealth, health, relationships. But what do those actually mean? First, let's go into wealth. Well, pretty self-explanatory, but let me explain. The average person in the United States makes, I believe, around $38,000. Now, don't fact check me on this. I could be wrong. I could be 5, 10K off, but no matter what, let's say it's 50 grand, $50,000 a year. Now, you might be listening to this and be like, well, fuck you, Tony. I make 30 grand or I make 50 grand and I'm content. Well, then, okay, if you're truly content, if you truly feel like you've fulfilled your purpose, though, then good for you. I'm happy for you and I wish you the best. But some of us feel as if we're here for more than that. We're in a day, not only to make 50 grand a year, not only to make 50 grand a month, not only to make 50 grand a week, not only to make 50 grand a day, but to make 50 grand in our sleep every night. Now, I can't do that math this fast, honestly. I'll be honest, but I don't know how much that equates to, but that is what you should be striving for. Now, anyone, the average person can make 50 grand a year. But here in the Reborn community, we believe in striving for greatness, striving for legacy, striving for the lives we want for ourselves. And to do that, we must be above average. Now, you don't have to make 50 grand every night. That's a lofty goal. But 50 grand a month, more realistic, right? 12 months, 50 grand, that's 600K a year. If you're making 600K a year, you're doing something right. And many people would be content with that because you can make a good life out of 600K a year. But with wealth comes relationships, especially those of you who want to play around with different women, who want to have multiple families, who want to even have one family. Now, 600 grand a year, it's a great number. It's a great number. But are you truly going to be able to get everything you want in life for 600 grand a year? It's debatable. I guess it depends what type of life you want to live. I would say, now, you look around and the average person is overweight or obese. And I think it's actually more than the average person. I think it's 80%, 90%, somewhere in there is overweight or obese. And of those people, I believe it's 50+% that is obese. Now, that means almost 50% of the population is obese. So not only do they have an income that anyone can achieve, they also have a body that anyone can achieve. Now, how do these two things correlate? Well, they're both easy to achieve, meaning they're not willing to put in the sacrifice. Now, you can talk about, I want to make $1 million a year. I want to make $5 million a year. I want to make 10 million. I want to make 100 million. I want to make a billion. But it doesn't mean anything until you put action behind it, until you put sacrifice behind it, and until you put the work behind it. It's meaningless. So why is it then that most people are not only out of shape, but also out of shape financially? Because they don't want to put the work in. They don't want to put the action in. They don't want to put the sacrifice in. It's difficult. It is. And just so many people don't want to go through that. And maybe they're content, but Let's talk about relationships now. I don't know the exact number, but look up the divorce rate. Look up the divorce rate. That's all that has to be said. So you're telling me that these same men who make an average income, 30 to 50K, these same men who are out of shape, overweight, or obese, are the same men who cannot keep a woman happy, who cannot keep a family together, who cannot be the head of a family. And if a man is here for anything, if a man was put on planet Earth for literally anything, it is to be a father, a husband, the head of a household, a strong man that his wife, his children can depend on. Most cannot even do that. Now, do you see how easy it is to be above average? Do you see that all you have to do is work out an hour, half an hour a day, and you're above average? All you have to do is work on a side hustle an hour, 2 hours every day, and you're above average. You see that all you have to do is put intent and be intentional in your relationship, and you will be above average. You will be loved. You will be respected. And you will be strong financially, mentally, physically, and you will be dependable. Now, tell me which life you would rather have. Would you rather be strong, dependable, respectable, and financially well off? Or would you rather be broke? Would you rather be broke and laying in bed, doing God knows what, scrolling social media, watching porn, watching Netflix, whatever the fuck it is you're doing, eating ice cream, just doing whatever you want. By the way, shortening your lifespan because of that. In there, which life would you rather have? Now, hopefully, in this community, I'll get 100% answer on the first one. Now, I want to tell you a story that happened this morning. But first, I have to tell you a little bit about my routine. So, I'll go into it really quick. I wake up at 5 a.m., go to the gym, work out. Today I lifted, came back out, was actually a little bit later. I think it was like 5:40. I woke up and went to the gym by 6. Anyway, came back home about 7:38, somewhere in there. And now I'm just driving back home because that's what you have to do. I'm just driving back home, and this guy in a 2002 Honda Accord decides to cut me off. Now, not only does he decide to cut me off, but he decides that he doesn't want to take accountability. So what does he do after cutting me off? Maybe you guessed it. I honk and he brake checks, causing me to have to swerve into the middle lane. Now, luckily, there were no cars in the middle lane. But I want you to realize, what did he really do? Not only did he almost cause one fatal accident, but he did it 2, 3, 4 times. Because this would go on for the next few minutes where he would stop, keep brake checking. Now, I think you can tell that this is a man that thinks with his emotions, not with his logic. And that, my friends, is what toxic masculinity is. So toxic masculinity is real, but not in the sense that people typically talk about it. Traditional masculinity is not toxic masculinity. And truthfully, toxic masculinity is not masculinity at all. In fact, I'm not even sure what you would call it. I'm not sure whether you would just call it someone who is overly emotional, or maybe you would even say they're more feminine. And no hate to women. Women are beautiful, but factually, they are more emotional than men. So maybe that's what you call it, more feminine. And we know that's the way where the world is kind of shifting now. But we need men to be men. We need men to be stoic, to think with their logic, not with their emotion. We need men who are strong. We need men who are wealthy, who create good times for them and their families. Now, I want to go into his morning routine, or at least what I'm assuming his morning routine is. Now, given he drove out of a neighborhood, so I'm assuming he had just woken up. And because it was 8 a.m. and he was in a 2005 Honda Accord, I can only assume that he works a 9 to 5. That being said, he wakes up, maybe he brushes his teeth, maybe he puts deodorant on, maybe he takes a shower. Who knows? I kind of doubt it's 3 out of 3. But let's say he does all 3. He does that, he gets ready for the day, and he goes straight to work. Cool. But you're forgetting a big piece of what your morning should consist of. 1, for those who are religious, prayer. For those who aren't, working out, getting your blood flowing, getting that natural dopamine first thing in the morning so you can kill it throughout the day, much like I was on my way home from the gym. Now, I can only assume, again, because of his car and because of his attitude, that he will come home tonight, 5 p.m., maybe he'll work a little overtime, so 6 p.m. He'll come home, he'll get in an argument with his wife, maybe he'll yell at the kids, and he'll put on some Netflix. He'll eat some pizza. He'll do things that please him emotionally. Don't truly progress his life logically. Now, is this a life that you would want to live? Again, hopefully it's not, because these are the 3 core tenets that we as men are put on earth to do. Now, if you are willing to put the work in, then nothing will stop you from being successful. If you are willing to put the sacrifice in, if you're willing to put the work in, and if you're willing to persevere through hard times, through difficult challenges, then you will become the man you are meant to be. I appreciate you guys watching the episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you took value from it. If you did, please hit the like button. It means so much to me. But even more, share this video. Share this video with someone who you think could truly benefit from this video. Whether it's someone who might be in that same path as the guy in the Accord, or it's someone on the same journey as yourself, this self-improvement journey. Someone who will take value from this video. Share this with them. I also urge you to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can stay up to date with all videos I release so that you can improve your life day in and day out. Thank you guys so much for watching and have a great day.